time to handle everything at that time, because there was no access to no proper access actually to the healthcare services and healthcare system. My sister Saja has suffered a lot during her pregnancy, as well as during while she was giving her birth, and even after she gave her birth, even the new baby Tia. Alhamdulillah, they are all okay, and Alhamdulillah, we survived it. We made it alive after chaotic and dreadful moments and situation we live. Let me start my story to start with what happened to me and my family first. Actually, I got a new job at PMRS, Palestinian Medical Relief Society, as a project coordinator assistant for sexual and reproductive health project. I was supposed to start my new career by the first school, and it's getting well and well. When the life is life is smiling to you. That was happened to me. And after the first week of October, in the third day of the aggression that I refuse to call a war, it's an ethnic cleansing genocide. When you see the horrible number of children, women killed, as well as how many people are injured during this genocide and this aggression. In the third day of the aggression, my family house got destroyed while we were sleeping inside our home without any prior warning missiles or any call from IDF. And at that moment, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine that I survived and I'm still alive. You know what? They pumped the mosque in front of my house, and all of my family were sleeping at that moment. I was in the room in front of the mosque, and I was alone in that room. I was there for like 30 minutes or more than 45 minutes alone without nobody hearing about me under the rubble. I remember that I were under the rubble for more than half an hour with nobody knowing out here I'm still alive or not. I was yelling at that moment and screaming if someone can hear me or no, I'm still alive or not. Uh, when I remember that, it's getting too heavy inside, and it's really painful because I went through a severe apnea when when my breath is stopped. My breath is stopping at that moment. I can't take my breath anyway. And I remember when the rescue team tried their best to save my life. And I remember when somebody in the rescue team just told me, we in Islamic religion, we have something called shahadu, like say something religious, that you will pass away, and it's your it's your last it's your last minutes in this life. Um, After that, I went to a Shifa hospital, and I remember that nobody from my immediate family was with me. I was alone.
Excuse
And
me,
my
Hala.
phone was like Yeah. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, can I just before you talk about Shifa Hospital, can I just ask you two questions?
Yes.
One
Yes,
thing,
of course.
one thing is just like for my head to locate it. Are you from the north, like north?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The north. I'm from Gaza City. That's located in Gaza Strip. Gaza City, it's a place in the north of Wadi Gaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second,
Apparently, they distributed Gaza into two areas, the south and the north. And yeah, I'm from the north of Wadi Gaza.
okay, understood. Thank you. And one more thing, which I just didn't quite understand.
Yes.
How did people find you under the rubble? I mean, because of you were shouting, because of the
Yeah,
noise you
yeah,
made?
exactly. My twin Ola was shouting, and she told them that I'm still in that room that's located in the front of the mosque that has pump. Uh, and I'm still under the rubble, and please just save Hala's life. They can hear me well, but they couldn't find me.
And you're
After that, I remember when my father's friend just came and held me, while the rescue team came and held me in the ambulance, and then getting to the hospital.
okay. Okay, understood. Thank you.
And that,
Then you arrived.
and in which way, in which day of the war?
And the third day of the aggression, third day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. In the hospital, they treat me well. I remember that nobody from my immediate family was with me. I was alone, with no phone, because I lost my personal phone, during this pumping. And I remember that I asked everybody, yeah, everybody in the hospital. I asked them, just call my father. Yeah, I know that my father is okay, and I saw his sister. I couldn't find. I saw them, but I couldn't find anybody, and I don't know what I should do, and what I can do. I was my situation was really really bad, and they give me the oxygen bottle, and did something to check me up if everything is fine or not. I got many injuries in my body, but alhamdulillah, I'm getting well and I'm getting better. Alhamdulillah, everything is fine. Cause I'm still alive.
Do you still feel the injuries? Like, are you still in pain? Just a moment ago, I think when you talked about your family and if you knew where they were or something.
Yes, yes. I was asking them to call my father, to rest assured that they are okay, and what I supposed to do or to do. We're supposed to go after getting out the hospital. Alhamdulillah, everything was okay. That I'm still okay physically, but I'm emotionally destroyed. I remember that I got a lot of hallucinations at that moment, many nightmares in the nights, even after evacuating, and even after leaving Gaza to the safe place. I'm currently living in Egypt. Even that, I'm still handle I'm still handle a lot of nightmares in nights. I got a lot of daydreams and nightmares about that. I'm still under the rubble and nobody knowing I'm here, and I will be killed any moment. This is the most horrific time when I remember that, because you literally survived, but you still traumatized. You know what? I I just recognize that every Palestinian will be traumatized till that day. Even I'm not in the PTSD issue or not. I'm still in that trauma that will last me till the day. I know that because I had a very painful story. Every Gazan had a very painful story with nobody knowing about what we are living, what we're supposed to live, and to suffer every single day in that aggression. Not to tell you about the humanitarian crisis that we face in Gaza. There is no resources, there's no primary resources, like there's no clean water to drink, no drinking water to shower yourself or to go to the bathroom. Imagine that a pregnant woman just give her birth like a few minutes ago, and she's supposed to shower herself and to shower her baby and to go to the bathroom every from time to time and to have hot water, and we can't find this like enjoyable moment. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Me just before the before our conversation started, you said you actually witnessed a birth, right?
Yes, my sister Saja gave her birth in the 18th day of the aggression. Yeah. At that time, we were evacuated to the south area as they told us to evacuate from the north. Imagine that you lost your home, and you just went to your neighborhood and your uncle homes, and after that, they told you to evacuate the whole north and going to the south. In that moment, I remember that my family just being apart from each other. My dad and my brother were in Gaza in the north. My sister were in Nasser in the north, and we were in the south. We were the first people going to the south. My mom, two of my sister and I. We went to the south before the rest of my family. And I remember very well that I was like worried all the time. I don't know if they're gonna still okay or not, because there's no safe place in Gaza. Everywhere is target, and you couldn't find any safe place in Gaza. But the situation in North is really, really, really terrible and horrific. No words can describe how horrific the situation there. I know that the South like couldn't compared with didn't compare with the North, but we still all under the same fire. We still all living the same humanitarian crisis with nobody knowing about us, with no call for an immediate ceasefire, with the same drones and military activities and military invasion, of course. After like the second week, yeah, they joined us in the south. This was like a happiest moment for us, because if we will pass away, we will pass away together. We will be killed together. No one will be survived without other. So this was a happiest moment for other to be gathered again in under the same place, whereas whereas you will suffer the homelessness again and again and evacuation. Um,
Can I just I didn't
yeah.
excuse me. I didn't understand why you separated in the first place. Like did your father stayed first, right, in the north? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, we went to the south because we couldn't peer the situation in the north, as we evacuated 7 times in the north. Yeah, just in 3 days we evacuated 7th time. Just imagine that. We couldn't peer that. We couldn't endure this this ongoing attacks on Gaza, and we know that we couldn't peer the worst situation in North schools. We went to the Honorwa school just for one day, and imagine to be left with other families in the same room, in the same class.
Yeah, connection lost. So before you can start, I will ask you just two questions regarding to the what you said just before. So after the destruction of your home, you evacuated to your neighbor's home, then evacuated like
We
times.
Yeah, we evacuated first to our neighbor's home. Then we evacuated to my sister homes in Al Mukhabarat area. Then they got a call from IDF to evacuate and to leave to flee, just flee and leave their house. And we evacuated to the a dental clinic at that time. And then by the morning, we evacuated to our uncle's house in Malab, Palestine, Palestine.
Idiom.
Yeah,
Palestine.
Palestine
Yeah.
stadium. Yes, and then we evacuate. We just a neighbor, my uncle's neighbor got a call from IDF to evacuate the area, and then we went to our relative's house, and then we evacuated again to the school that's located in Al Shati camp, a beach camp. And after being all of these evacuation, we decided to leave Gaza and to flee. Just we can't bear that. It was unbearable, unimaginable to endure. Yeah. It was terrific time, and I remember that I couldn't be I couldn't be under the fire with all of these people around me, and there with public bathroom, and there is no water, no clean water, no running water. And I decided with my sister and my mom to evacuate to the south, where my auntie house. So my dad and my brother and my uncles decided to stay um to be to just be stayed at the north, and we were in the south. At that moment, my sister Saja was with her husband's family in the north as well. But after the situation is getting worse and worse, and after the IDF calls and bombing of Gaza, and the ongoing airstrikes and warplanes, they decided to join us. They came from north to the south on their foot, on their feet. Yani, just imagine that there is no car, there's no there's no any mode of transportation to just evacuate you from north to the south. They came on their foot, and it was like it was in the summer, like it was in the first week. Yeah, the first week of the aggression, like the middle of October. We still the climate was hot and sunny at that moment, and they have to hold their essential resources of bags and documentary issues and that um I mean,
in the sentence.
I think my internet is really bad.
Now you're back.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I
Yeah,
hear
it's
you.
okay.
Can I?
I think she has an agent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go on.
I don't.
Can I
And
just
let's
ask
gather again. Yeah. Go on.
I mean, one question which for me is unclear, just from an outsider, is why you made the decision to separate as a family, like with you and your mother going to the south and
Yeah,
your
because
father staying.
we were we are all girls, and you know that female stuff that we got we got a monthly period, and that's a stuff, and that we have to go to the place where we can find a private bathroom to go where and to handle this stuff. As I told you, I'm a pharmacist. I was thinking to just take a pill to stop my period for a while. Cause really really literally the situation there is really bad. There is no path for women. You couldn't find analgesic like painkiller to handle this stuff. You couldn't find water, just running water to wash yourself. So it was like, yeah, I couldn't appear that in public bathroom without running water, with everyone seeing you and seeing your pain when you getting like when you just um experience this pain um alongside everybody. So it was like, no, I cannot bear that. I supposed to handle it. And when I receive a call from my aunt to just um flee the place where we were. Um, um, uh, After that, we decided to go to our auntie home that's located in the south. And my dad really was worried about us because he told me that they will just separate the north from the south. And Hala, are you sure that you will just leave us alone? And if something happened to us, if they separate us, we wouldn't know anything about us. Uh, I remember that it was a tough decision to take, but I was like I handle a lot of mental issues at that moment. As I told you, I got a lot of hallucinations after experienced this painful bombardment of my house while I'm still under the rubble. And after this endless evacuation time, so we decided to go to the south. 2 days later, they joined us. Yeah, 2 or 3 days later, yeah. 2 days later, my sister's family joined us. After that, in the third day, my father joined us again with my uncles.
And you said like they came on foot.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how long this takes
Um,
by foot?
like from Gaza itself, they were in school. They were school that's located in a Shati camp, beach camp. Then they have to go to the Wadi Gaza, and then they have to go to the border called the Nitsalim border, and after that, they will be in the south. Sorry, in the south, there is a lot of time just to be in the area we were located in Deir el Balah. We were in Deir el Balah. You know that there's a lot of cities in the south, Rafah, Khan Yunis, Deir al-Balah, Habrej, Nusayr.
Hala, your internet, it's very shaky right now.
So while she restoring her internet, in the first week of the war, the IDF made something called like a big gate in Salahuddin Street. It's one of two main streets in Gaza. Made a big gate called a safe passage. This safe passage, okay. She just entered from another account. I will add her to stage.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
We hear you. Yes.
Sorry, my cellular data is really down and bad. I stopped in the point that they were on their foot for like approximately 2 or 3 hours.
Can
Yeah.
you just wait one second, Hala?
Okay.
Hala,
Please.
I will explain to Alison what the IDF just made. Street Salahuddin Street is one of the two main streets in Gaza that's connecting Gaza from north to south. Okay, so they made a big gate in Salahuddin Street. They called it like safe pass. Okay, so they asked from all the people who are located in Gaza or in the north of Gaza to evacuate. When they wanted to evacuate, they have to use this safe pass. The safe pass, they cannot hold anything. They cannot take with them anything. Just with them, with their foots, with their just solo. Let's call it solo, and just for walk. So approximately, it's about 3 kilometers. Okay, so the length of the walking, and it takes about from 2 to 4 hours, depending on the person who was walking actually, to pass this safe. Actually, to add a little bit of information, a lot of people were arrested in this safe pass. It's not safe. A lot of people were killed in front of their families in this safe pass. A lot of people were just shouted, tortured, killed in front of money in this safe pass. So that's where her father and her brother just Hala, I want to ask you a little question regarding this. What
Go
was your thoughts?
Mm.
What was your thoughts every day in the war? Okay, from the first day of the war till the day you finally get out from Gaza.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts when you get distracted? When your all get distracted, what was your thought when your father, your protector and safe spot, was away from you? What was your thoughts when you just evacuate from a place to another? What was your thoughts when you were all of you together? Can you explain me what did you
Yes.
feel? Yeah.
Of course, I will elaborate everything. My thoughts during that war, if I will survive this war or not, if I will survive the next minute or not, because every single minute matters in Gaza. If you will survive or get killed, if you will be in the list of injured people or the list of severe injured people or the list of martyrs. So every single minute really, really matters in Gaza. You know what? From the single day, from the first day of this aggression, I wasn't thought that it will last for more than 100 days. I thought it will be for like week, 2 weeks maximum, and then everything will come back to its normal and original state. But the situation was getting worse and worse day by day, with nobody knowing about us. You know what? When my family house got destroyed, and when I got injured, and my sister and my uncles got injured. By the way, my uncles was in the ICU for a long time, and we couldn't do anything. But Alhamdulillah, he's okay right now, and he still I told to myself that why they are doing that to us. We are a defenseless civilian. Actually, if you know us well, Ala know us as a family, and he know that my father is a retired man, and I'm a pharmacist. I worked with Ala before, and I'm a pharmacist, and I was in Berlin, Germany, by March 2023 to represent my home country, Palestine, and to speak up on behalf every Palestinian woman.
Can you repeat a bit? The internet was cut. Hala.
Yeah, yeah.
You said you were in Germany,
I
or that was the last
some
thing?
question. As Yeah, and I'm an ambassador and official delegate of my country abroad, and I asked several times to be treated as like the people that who live outside, like abroad. Like, if you just compare Palestinian children with anybody, with any child.
So I will elaborate for her. She was in Germany. She was like an ambassador for Palestine, for everyone there. He stood up for Palestine and Palestinian.
Hello, can you
Uh,
hear me?
yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I will repeat again. As I told you, I'm the official delegate of my country, and I just compare the situation here with the situation that happened recently. Let's compare just Palestinian children with any child from outside. Let's take an example, Ukrainian children, for example. How the whole world just treat Palestinian children, and how the whole world just treat Ukrainian children. Can you compare? Can you compare that we are having the same human rights, the same human rights? No, like there's um, and if you look deeply at that, you see that they treat the Palestinian people as like an exceptional of the whole world. They treated Palestinian people that like people have been trapped in a small cage, and nobody knowing about them, nobody knowing about their rights to live, rights to have an access for health services, rights to education, health, rights to speak up as well. And if you compare between those people, you will witness that we live in injustice world. Yeah, there is.
How was your day? How, how was your routine in your day? What was your daily routine in during the war?
Uh, uh, I must to tell you something. They cut down the internet and the cellular service from time to time for several days in Gaza, and we didn't have any access to the internet and cellular data. We couldn't just call our immediate or extended family to be reassured if they're still alive, if they're okay or not, if they're house, or if the place they were evacuated to is it still okay, or if it got pampered or it got destroyed. So it was like difficult to reach them out and to know anything about them, because I remember very well that I tried to call my uncle. He was in Al Maghazi in the south, and we were in Deir al Balah city. And I remember that I tried to call them like 70 times. Can you imagine? And in the 75 try, I got his answer. Yeah, yeah, he responded to me. Just imagine how it's difficult to reach your immediate family and to be reassured if they are still alive or if they passed away. Um, Something I forgot to tell you, I just got my IELTS certificate one day before the aggression started on Gaza. I got a very well IELTS score. It was 6.5. And on Sunday, I was supposed to get my IELTS certificate issue, but unfortunately, the aggression started by Saturday. So I couldn't took the official document of my IELTS certificate until this moment, and I tried several times to contact them to get it. And there is some limitation because my certificate was still in Gaza, and they couldn't do anything with the issue stuff. All they can do just online thing. And I took this IELTS test just to apply for scholarships abroad because I'm an enthusiastic pharmacist, as I told you, and one of my inspiration is to pursue my postgraduate study in oncology department and cancer therapies abroad because my country has some deficit in that specializations. And one of my dreams and aspiration was um, to get educated better and then reflect what I learned abroad and teach it to teach it in my country's university. But unfortunately, everything crashing down. Even the hospital, even the universities, sorry, got destroyed. Hospital, clinics, everything is a target in Gaza. The civilians are targets too. So there's no dream in Gaza. Yeah, if you're lucky enough, you will survive the next day, but without any dream. And my routine was how to find flour, how to pick it, how to um, to find uh, a clean water somehow. It's not clean. Like if you, I remember very well that we drank water, uncleaned water, for 1 month. Yeah, uncleaned. It was uncleaned water. I remember that. Half of it was uncleaned and half of it was pure. And just imagine how the situation is really bad there. We didn't have an access for pure water, and in Gaza there's no food. And if you're if let's say if you're rich enough, you will afford the cost of food. Can you imagine that the flour that's used in baking bread costs $300. Yeah, $300. Can you imagine? And that lasts for it will the bread will last for I don't know, if you have a big family, it will last for 1 week or 2 weeks. And if you know the situation in Gaza, you will know that there is no salaries. Um, in Gaza, they cut the salaries. They even cut the salaries. And if you were working at a private sector, you already lost your job, as I did. I lost my job. So once I remember that it's really heavy, that you witness all of these struggles and you're still alive. You're okay. You're physically okay, but you're mentally and emotionally not okay. Yeah, everything is gloomy and blue. And once you survived it, and you're right now in Cairo, Egypt, but you're still stuck with Gaza. You couldn't like separate yourself from your whole neighborhood, your whole extended family. Every time I'm thinking of Gaza, I'm thinking of my family, of my friends. I'm thinking of my auntie that is still trapped in the north. The last message I got from my auntie was in the humanitarian pause that was that happened uh, uh, in Gaza. After that, we couldn't reach her. I want to contact us and to call us. And once she succeeded at that, she told me that she couldn't find her drugs and medicines alongside with her husband. And she told me that their husband couldn't walk literally he couldn't walk because he suffered from some chronic diseases. And he didn't take her medicines for a while. And imagine that you couldn't find your medicine, and you didn't take your medicines for like approximately 2 months. Imagine the severe complications that they will get. Yeah, imagine how severe it is. My heart is aching on them. Once I remembered my auntie's family, I remember that she was there with her husband and four her daughters, because she only has daughters. And I remember she tries a lot to save their lives, and to save the primary resources for them from food, water, etc. But she failed at that. I remember that she told me that they drank like 2 sips in the day, 2 sips per person, 2 sips of water, of clean water. Can you imagine that in the north? So once I just remember that, I feel really guilty about them, and I'm really acting on them, because I couldn't do anything for them as they stay in the north. And everybody know how hard and painful the situation in the north. And if you just want to do anything for them, you couldn't. Yeah, yeah. It's like definitely you couldn't do anything for them. So I'm really still stuck with Gaza.
How much did it take to get you out from Gaza since the agreement till you get out? How many time?
Was no communication with them. And I remember when our names was, we didn't know about it, because we have no internet and no calls. And after that, we received like a message from he told him just Egypt, and your family's name was listed in traveler list. So just get ready for that. And at that moment, all we were thinking about how we can reach Rafah city and Rafah border. How we can reach it in like in a good and better um
In a safe
situation. Yeah, in safe way. So I remember that we got a deal from a driver uh, to um, to just evacuate us from Deir al-Balah to Rafah border, and he asked for $400. I remember that because the cost was really, really, really pricey and high, and nobody can afford it. But my dad already just wait us and to flee Gaza. But there's no way other than this way to go to Rafah, and we choose that way. And my dad paid the money to the driver, and then alhamdulillah, we're in Egypt. We are in safe place, but we didn't know what we should do, and because we already lost our home and we already lost our jobs, and even if you have like little amount of money, it will be ended soon. So what we will do after that? I'm trying to find a scholarship or a job, anything to 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 help my family actually, but I couldn't find that because I don't have a official document here in Egypt, and if I just wanna go outside and asking for let's see visa permit or work visa permit or like immigration permit, it will cost me a lot. So I didn't decide it until this moment what I supposed to do, if I will be stuck in Egypt, if I will um go back to my home country and my home city, Gaza. But even if the war and everything original state, our house is already gone, is destroyed. So my father from ashes, and it will takes like I don't know, but it will take at least from 5 to 10 days. It was sorry, 5 to 10 years, not days, years. Because they have to remove the rebels first, and then they have to reconstruct it and rebuild the house again. And it's really it takes it takes a long of time and efforts as well as money. So we we have to rebuild ourselves again from scratch, and imagine how times, yeah, yeah, how many times just we rebuild ourselves from scratch. So imagine that you start your personal and professional life from scratch, from zero, and you have to find a rental first. You have to find a new home. You have to find a job to deal with your life requirements. So it's really overwhelming, and I'm really overwhelmed with this. Okay, Alhamdulillah, I'm survived this war, but I'm still mentally and emotionally not okay. I'm still financially even not okay. Even we afforded at that moment. I know that we couldn't afford it for a long time. So I don't know what the future holds for us. But I'm still have a sparkle in my eye. I'm still like have a small dream that my future is gonna be okay, as I faced a lot of um struggles, pain, like a lot of unbearable and unimaginable moments. So I don't know. Let's see what the future holds for us. Simply,
So I have a little bit of question uh, regarding to Allison's question. Uh, Now, you said like you get out from Gaza like for since 10 days or 10 days, actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
for 2 weeks,
2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
Mm.
Okay. So, did you really, first question is, did you really get out from Gaza or you just
No.
physically get out from Gaza? The second
Yeah,
one
yeah,
is
yeah,
if you believe in an expression called survivor's guilt.
yeah, yeah. Actually, thanks for your question. I'm still feel guilty about getting out from Gaza. I feel like I just left my extended family and my entire neighborhood, my entire city and country alone. I know that if I were at Gaza, um, maybe I would get killed. Maybe I will be injured again. Maybe I will lost many of my immediate family before last leaving Gaza, before 2 days of leaving Gaza, we just lost two members from my cousins. It was heartbreaking. You know that every day in Gaza is a massacre. You know that everything is miserable and so heartbreaking. And I know that I will live with this guilt feeling until this war is ended. But I choose my family first. I choose my health first. I'm okay. As I told you, I'm physically okay. Even if I'm still getting better from my injury, but I'm mentally and emotionally not okay. I'm drained. I'm desperate and I'm gloomy and blue. And I faced a lot of mental issues. I'm still facing the same hallucinations and nightmares in the night. I'm still struggle with endless nightmares about rockets and about rockets, rebels, drones. I'm still hearing the sound of drones. Can you imagine that? I'm in Egypt, but I'm still hear the sound of the drones. You know how it's annoying that every time, all the time in Gaza, you're supposed to hear the sound of drones, and it was really annoying. You couldn't do anything. You have to sleep with that sound. So I'm still hearing the sound of the drones and warplanes, and if something happen, I just tell my family that get ready, we have to evacuate again. I'm just like stuck in the same thing. I can't just be mentally okay. I'm still like drained about the cannot get out my brain. Okay.
Can you
Oh,
tell once more who
I
you were
was
talking
talking
about?
that what I supposed to. I'm talking about my niece Tia. What I supposed to do when she just heard the sounds of warplanes, rocket, and the drones all the time, and she and I was worried about her. I was worried that she's gonna live in this chaotic and injustice world, and she's just 2 months old. So she deserves better life, better country to go and to complete her education and her profession there. As my sister and my brother is still so young, my sister have to complete her secondary school, and my brother, sorry, has to complete her secondary school, and my sister Shahid has to complete her university studies, other graduate studies. So we decided on that decision because we thought it's gonna take a lot of time, effort, and yeah, Gaza won't rebuild again in very short time. It's gonna take a lot of time. Even they they um they said that it's gonna take like 10 years at least to rebuild Gaza again. So just you imagine that. So okay, I know that I will live with that feeling, that a guilty feeling, but I don't know what I supposed to do.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I told that
Just
I'm done with my story, but if you have any question,
but can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, thank you so much, Hala, just for opening up and telling us all about this traumatic, terrible memories also.
Yeah, no words can describe how horrific this experience and the situation as in Gaza.
But actually, I have a question regarding to your work. Uh, as I know, you had previous like worked in peer to peer and with the white peer network, I think, and then you worked in health issues, and especially in like sexuality issues and like women issues. So regarding to your work, and it's a bit of sensitive question. Uh, how did the girls in Gaza or the women in Gaza manage to wash themselves, treat themselves like fine in a good way or in a proper way? Because as you just said, and as we know, like there's no running waters, there's no like daily uh,
Yeah. I got your
daily wash. Yeah.
yeah, I got your question. Actually, throughout my residence in the south, I saw how like people in the school, women in the school and shelters, how they just treated themselves well. They go to the sea, Gaza Sea, to just to clean their clothes and to just to clean themselves by swimming in the sea. And you know that it's really risky to go there, as the rockets can be done from the like the seaport, but they have no like they have nothing to do other than like going to the sea and to clean their clothes and to clean themselves as well. Even though they have to wait in lines for a public bathroom in schools and in shelters and even in tents, as you can see that there is a lot of tents in Rafah and in Deir al Balah cities, and they build up like a public bathroom for those people who live in tents. But you know how it's really hard and tough for women when they got their monthly period, when somebody like give her period in public area, in like school room or tents or any public shelters. So how it's hard to go to and wait in lines um, to go to the bathroom, to the public bathroom. And there's a very limited running water, and if you're lucky enough you can find that. If you're not, no, there's no water. So just imagine that, how it's really painful on women to handle this stuff of maternal and let's see womanhood stuff. um like, well, like they couldn't do anything without. And really no there's no flash on that area of womanhood, the women who suffered during the war, and how they shower themselves, and how they clean the clothes without running water, or how they just stay in the sea to treat this stuff. So it's really certainly a very hard on, like, it's the toughest thing woman can handle and can suffer.
Okay.
Maybe
Go on, Alice.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to ask a bit of a universal question also, like you talked about in feminine hygiene and
Yes.
the difficulties coming with this. Do you think also from your experience there's other things which women experience differently in this war than men maybe?
Other than womanhood,
Other than the hygiene issues, do you think there are other differences maybe in how they experience the war?
yeah, they experience their daily routine in this aggression, how they're gonna bake the flour, how they can feed their children, even how they can cover their children. Because as you know, we are in the winter right now, and there's like no coverage, no blankets to cover them. And I see a lot of women that they go to ask people if they have like a little amount of bread or flour, or if they have like some blankets to cover them in the night. And if they have I used the clothes to dress up their children. So it's really tough and hard on women to ask for this stuff, as they was living in a cozy house with all the requirements, and with all of this stuff with all of this stuff inside their house. That's what I remembered about that, because I remembered well, my mother and my aunties, as well as my married sister. And she's a struggle if I will survive this war, but what if my children won't survive this war? So this is the most hard.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, welcome back. Okay.
Thank you.
Hala, I have a small question.
Yeah.
As I remember, you made during the war like awareness sessions about transferable diseases and about hygiene and about self-care for women and girls. in the tents and in the like
Yes.
in the
Yes.
compounds. Uh,
Yes.
that's
Still.
that's part. Can you explain more what you did there? And the second question actually I have is, uh, did you aware also about the transferable diseases that maybe the woman or the girl will get when she use like another's clothes, or when she treat herself
Yes.
not in proper way, like we know that maybe the majority of the girls in Gaza right now are not treating themselves in a good way or in the proper way.
Yeah, I got your question. So, during our awareness session to a woman and the children about hygiene and about personal hygiene and personal health and lifestyle, we experienced a lot of cases that suffered from new diseases like chickenpox, hepatitis, and other contagious diseases. Even though we were in winter, and you know that there's like some viruses, especially in winter, like influenza virus, and the new species, and the new let's say let's say the new viruses of coronavirus, as you know, that. So we receive a lot of cases upon that, and we try our best just to treat them well, as we were in the like the focal point of medical stuff to treat people. And we have many volunteers from medical fields, from medicine, pharmacy, nursing, etc. So we were medical staff, and we try our best just to smooth, let's say, to smooth their life during sheltering. But when this case is coming more severe and severe, you couldn't do anything with it, because there's no let's say there's no proper health services for them, or proper treatment. As you know that we have like a deficiency in medicine in Gaza. Um, like pharmacies are running out of medicines and the drugs. And if you go to ask pharmacists in pharmacies, or any clinics that's supposed to offer drugs for community or for people, they gonna tell you that we are short of medicines and the drugs, and we don't have any type of analgesic or any type of antibiotic, and even antiviral. And you know that really the situation was really bad in shelters, in tents, and in school, as the diseases is becoming more contagious time by time. And you witness that largest number of people who evacuated and who sheltered in schools and in universities, with their only clothes on their bodies, without other clothes. And if they lucky enough, they will have a used clothes from anybody who donated with their clothes. So this was like, okay, it's like a way of a charity, but it's also a way of transferring diseases, and like it's like a way of viruses and diseases. So they don't have like a proper medicine. They don't have like a proper coverage blankets or like, as you know, access to running water or bathroom. So if you will stay in that tent or in that school for a long period, and if you didn't witness this kind of disease at the first moment, uh you're gonna face it again in if you were for like a long period, because as I told you that it's contagious, and it's spreaded in short time, and even within children themselves. So they couldn't do anything with that. All we can do is aware them enough how they can just clean their clothes, and to go and to like to to save their hygiene and personal health as much as they could. But I know that it it's like nothing compared what we're facing right now, without any proper access to healthcare services, without any proper access to medicine, to drugs, and even like the life resources of water and gases itself. So that we were supposed to do, actually, to be the focal point of medical stuff, and to treat them as much as we can with like a very small product.
What can I just, for the context, who is we, or like in what group were you that were teaching these
We
things?
were in voluntary team, medical voluntary team. Medical voluntary team from various medical background. We were students and graduated people from medical backgrounds.
So, Alison, you have a question or?
Honestly, I just have one very final question, which I always ask at the very end of the interview. Do you still have questions, Ella, or?
I also have a final question. If it's in the name, so I would have thrown one of mine.
Okay.
Okay, Ala, ladies
Okay.
first.
Okay. And
Okay, sure.
yeah.
Sure. Thank you. Actually, like, this is something I ask every person we interview. It's like, what is your hope for this interview, or why did you even agree to do it?
Yeah, I hope this aggression is ended, and I hope to call for an immediate ceasefire, because we witness a lot of painful experiences, and we still witness that every day. Every single moment we witness a new massacre and a new genocide in Gaza Strip. And I asked to call for an immediate ceasefire. I asked to call for um, a humanitarian access to the to get inside Gaza with medicine, food, pure water, clean water. And if you can do something with that, I really, really, really would appreciate that. Because you're in the western side of the world, and the whole world is really, really appreciate the sound or appreciate the voice of Western people more than us, the Eastern people, or the people who resides in Middle East, even in Palestine, or let's say a small spot, a small geographical spot, which is Gaza Strip. So when you demand that, they can't do that. They can just make a little of for to things inside Gaza. You can help Gazan people without. Um, that's what I have actually.
So she basically answered my question in a way or another.
Okay, well, maybe you can
War is gonna be ended soon.
So the last sentence was cut off. I'm sorry. Can you just repeat the last sentence you were saying?
Yeah, I said that I hope this genocide will be ended soon, and we only have the hope from Allah, and then from other people who still have a little piece of humanity inside themselves.
We all hope that, Hala.
Yeah.
So basically, Hala, you answered my question in a way or another. My question actually was, what's your message to the world? So you actually answered it.
Okay.
So Hala, because of the time, you have a limitation of time. So do you have any question for us first?
No, no, actually, I don't have any question. I was pleased to share my personal story and story with you and with other Arabian people, just to know the truth in Gaza, and that we were under endless and we have voices to I was saying it, that we are Hitlerist of how the main human of the whole world, and the whole world have to treat us as a human rights and says that's it. Yani, I'm really grateful to share that with you, and I hope my message will reach a lot of people um, somehow, somewhere, and I hope that um, that they will ask for a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza, and to help people in Gaza who are still under the rocket, who are still under the fire, with nobody helps them, and with nobody knowing about them. We have voices, and we have to share the truth with the whole world, that we are still under that fire, under this military invasion, and we still witness and endure this unbearable, unimaginable moments of this aggression that I refuse totally to call a war, as it's ethnic cleansing of Gazan people. The most of people who got killed or injured are from civilians. So this is my message to the whole world, and thank you so much for listening, for hearing my message and my personal experience. I know that it's really painful and hard, and it's so heartbreaking to hear that from me, from a person who witnessed all of that pain and is still physically okay. And I hope to get well soon, emotionally and mentally. I hope as soon as possible. But I don't know what I should do regarding that. But I really pleased to share this story with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Hala. Once again, thank you so much. And I also just wanted to say I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for what you experienced and what your family went through and what your family partly still is, of course, going through. And yeah, just thank you really for taking the time and sharing this with us. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Your voice matters.